Our oceans connect all nations. It should be our common goal to ensure their continued viability and security, which will contribute to the Sustainable Development Agenda, thus guaranteeing a prosperous future for all peoples.
This is extremely important for our future, the future of the region, and the future of international commerce and the freedom of the high seas, of sailing on the high seas within our region. And we should continue to promote international mobilization and find tangible solutions together for our common long-term security, even as we work to achieve our own objectives.
Let me take this opportunity to applaud the continued effort of our international partners in relation to combating piracy, and to acknowledge that whilst we have come for since 2009, there is still much to do to secure the Somali maritime domain from piracy and other threats to our maritime domain and economic security.
Piracy has fallen dramatically. It has been 7 years since Somali pirates last successfully attacked a ship. At their peak in 2011, attacks were taking place almost daily. The number of attempts has gradually fallen to a handful every month. Around the Horns of Africa in the east, Somali pirates sought to seize ships and crews for ransom and ventured deep into the Indian Ocean.
It gives me great pleasure to officially open the office of the CGPCS Secretariat. I thank you all. Welcome.
We've got work of the Coast Guard, we've got work of our EU partners in the Seychelles, EU NAVFOR, EU Cap Nestor, Interpol, Seychelles Police, and more important than all, we still have about, 26 or 27 mariners who are still hostage in various parts of Somalia. And one of the mission aims of the contact group is to make sure that everybody returns home safely. So the work does not stop. In fact, the work is even more important now as we go along to make sure that what's been achieved in the past continues, because the aim is zero acts of piracy and 0 persons held hostage against their will in Somalia.
So it's all about ensuring that all the regional countries, they harmonize the law in terms of prosecution of pirates and transfer of suspected pirates, etc.
This year marks the 45th anniversary of a UN General Assembly declaration that was made in December 1971 that the Indian Ocean should remain a zone of peace. At that time, during the struggles of a Cold War mentality where ideologies stared down at each other, the concept was visionary and noble.
I remember in 2011, Sea Harvest went into selling imported Brazilian chicken because we had no fish and I was determined not to go out of business. Boats, when they did start fishing, had to go out with military on board, and the smaller demersal fishing boats, artisanal boats, had to go into controlled areas only, and the net effect was a significant downturn in business. The big difference for us at Sea Harvest is we are expanding, and we have new investors that have invested in fishing boats. Basically, none of this would happen if piracy had been a continuing issue.
Seychelles is proud to host this event, as it attests to the strong commitment that the government of Seychelles took both nationally and internationally in helping to end the scourge of piracy in our region.
Relationships established within the contact group has well afforded opportunities for bilateral relationships between the nations to occur, and as well as further establishing the role of private organizations. And here, I will mention Oceans Beyond Piracy and BIMCO, to name but a few, for the list of worthy organizations participating is indeed exemplary. At the 19th plenary, important work will be done which will continue to propel us forward. And as a region, we need to be ready, working together to achieve. Indeed, the Indian Ocean region and the lessons learned today will ensure that the Indian Ocean becomes a zone of opportunity for all.
I have done my best throughout the days, and especially today, to arrive at consensus amongst all the member states present in this plenary session in order to achieve our mission, which is reflected in the main theme of the Seychelles Chairmanship: from the region to the region, creating a lasting legacy.
Our institutions, including our security institutions, will continue to fulfill their statutory and urge the international community to maintain the tempo and support they give to the government of Somalia.
The plenary this past week has highlighted the urgency for members of the international community to act together, not only to support Somalia in its endeavour, but to also ensure that security in all forms continues to be our priority. Seychelles stands ready and thanks you for the continued trust that you have provided and that you have put in our chairmanship, and we stand ready to continue assisting in this effort in the coming year.